What's going on YouTube? It is Repulse back, another video. In today's video, I have another Chelsea news video. It's 7:30 p.m. here, so probably 1 a.m. if you are watching this in the UK, but decent amount of stuff that kicked off tonight, probably after y'all fell asleep, so I felt the need to, share it with y'all, because there's a decent amount that kicked off today. Gonna be a short and sweet news video, but I say let's just begin talking about the man, Xavi Simons. The Rebel Leipzig director spoke, and he said that Xavi is still with us, but the market is still open. You never know what might happen. Xavi has expressed his ambitions to us, and Fabrizio says as his clear plan remains to join Chelsea before deadline day. So, again, from all sides, it seems like this deal is going to be wrapped up at some point. It's just a matter of when, not if. So, you know, I get it's getting a little worrisome the more that the days tick on, but I do fully expect this deal to happen. We just need the outgoings to come to fruition, and I expect them to throughout the rest of this week. Obviously, it's not going to be Sunday, but when Monday kicks off, I expect the ball to be rolling on those outgoings as well as those incomings. So, yeah, we'll definitely see the advancements there. But it seems like Xavi has expressed his ambitions to the board. He's told them that he wants to go, and the plan is to join Chelsea. So we can see that advancement in the coming days, actually, because if the deal's not wrapped up in the next week, then he's staying till at least January. So we'll definitely see then. But on his situation, as well as Alejandro Garnacho, Fabrizio on his YouTube video tonight said that Garnacho and Xavi are patiently waiting for Chelsea to give them the green light, and Nkunku and Jackson must go in the final week of the window. We know it has to be a two-for-two deal. Obviously, Nkunku and Jackson have to head out the door for Xavi and Garnacho to come in. I think once one of Nkunku or Jackson comes, then or leaves, excuse me, then Xavi comes. Then once the other one goes, then Garnacho does end up coming second. I think Xavi is definitely our priority because I think he definitely gives us depth, and that Cole Palmer injury does mean we need someone in that position. And I think Xavi is going to be the one that fits that role the best. So definitely see if something happens there in the coming days because I do think we ramp up negotiations dependent on the severity of the Cole Palmer injury. Know it's something with his groin. Don't know how long he's out for. Maybe back for Fulham. It was just a small precaution, apparently. Something similar to Tossin. I just think Maresca doesn't want to risk his players at this point in the season because stay in London for I think like the first four games, and then obviously Champions League fixtures start after a little bit. So he's going to want those players, well rested in these first four match days for them to be able to balance both the Premier League and the Champions League. So definitely see how that progresses, but I do fully expect us to prioritize Xavi after that warning signal that Cole Palmer gave us. But um, both patiently waiting, both prioritizing Chelsea. Already rejected other clubs for Chelsea, but it all depends on Nkunku and Jackson leaving. And speaking on Nkunku, we had an exclusive tonight from Fabrizio saying that Aston Villa make contact for Christopher Nkunku as option for the final week of the transfer window. Bayern and Leipzig both keen. Aston Villa also now informed on conditions. Villa also have Nico Jackson and Asensio on list. Apparently, many clubs are keen on Nicholas Jackson. We heard Bayern Munich. We heard Newcastle. Maybe Newcastle do make a move for him after the Wissa deal does not seem to be happening. Um, Definitely see how that progresses throughout the last week of the window. But apparently, Aston Villa are in for Christopher Nkunku now. So we'll definitely see the advancements there um, throughout the last week of the transfer window. So I don't know. Maybe we could see a potential, double deal for Nkunku and Nicholas Jackson. We don't know, but they're both on Aston Villa's list. And Aston Villa made contact for Christopher Nkunku. So whatever happens in the next days happens in the next days. We know Bayern and Leipzig both want loans. I don't know if Aston Villa will be able to provide a permanent deal, but they did just get money for Jacob Ramsey. So maybe they cough that money up for Nkunku. We know 40 million went out for Jacob Ramsey. Maybe they pay the 35 for Christopher Nkunku. We'll definitely see in the coming days. But they officially make contact for Christopher Nkunku. And then furthermore, Pice and Fabrizio on his YouTube video say that Aston Villa made a call in the last 24 hours for Nkunku. Nicholas Jackson deal is difficult for them. We know it's going to be a loan with a £10 million fee with an obligation to buy around probably 50 to 60 million pounds. And maybe Aston Villa are not in a position to really pay that amount next season or pay that 10 million right now. So it seems like that Nicholas Jackson deal may not happen. We know Unai Emery is a big admirer of Nicholas Jackson, but key target for them he's pushing, but doesn't seem like they're going to be able to make that deal happen. And it seems like Nkunku is the most feasible option for them. So maybe we see advancements on his front. Maybe we see advancements on Nicholas Jackson's front. But Aston Villa, a club to watch for one of those two players to go that allows for one of Xavi Simons or Garnacho to come through the door. So keep an eye on Aston Villa next week. Keep an eye out on Bayern Munich, RB Leipzig, and Newcastle. I think are the clubs to watch for these two players. So yeah, keep an eye out. Definitely expect advancements in the coming days on the situations of the both of them. Um, I don't know why this is here, but Furthermore, talking about Chukwuemeka and Aaron Anselmino, Patrick Berger 11 hours ago said that new talks between Borussia Dortmund and Chelsea for Conor Chukwuemeka and Aaron Anselmino took place. Things are progressing. Borussia Dortmund bosses Kel and Ricken traveled to the UK for negotiations. Now back in Germany for 2 days match, which they drew 3-3 to St. Pauli, I believe. Says the package is around 25 million euros with the sell-on percentage for Chelsea, so 5 million euros higher than it was yesterday. Chukwuemeka permanent, and Salmina straight loan with a no buy option. Charlie Cresswell from, I'm guessing that says Toulouse. Um, also on Borussia Dortmund list as backup if Anselmino deal collapses. Furthermore, Fabrizio says that Borussia Dortmund are confident to get Carney Chukwuemeka and Anselmino deals done by Monday. Fee confirmed since Friday, 20 million euros plus add-ons for Chukwuemeka, loan with no option to buy for Anselmino. So a little bit of a discrepancy in the price here, 25 million euros and then 20 million euros, and then another discrepancy in the price here from Ben Jacobs, saying that Carney Chukwuemeka is waiting for permission to travel to Dortmund or as Dortmund draw close to an agreement with Chelsea. Fixed fee set to be around £20 million with add-ons on top. Aaron Anselmino to also be loaned out to Dortmund if all goes to plan, says him in Alex Crook. So that would definitely put him around the 25 million euro package with the sell-on clause rather than the 20 million euro package. So a little bit of discrepancies in the price, but the overall idea is that Carney Chukwuemeka and Aaron Anselmino will both be Borussia Dortmund players by Monday. Anselmino on a straight loan, Carney Chukwuemeka on a permanent deal. So Chelsea's net spend is about to be net zero pretty much once Chukwuemeka does leave the club. So yeah, really, really good business by Chelsea this transfer window, especially if we get that 25 million euros. As I don't know if that's a fixed fee, but 20 million pounds as a fixed fee, I think equates to around 23 million, somewhere around there. Let's 20. We'll check it right now. 20 million pounds to euros, I think is around 23 million. Yeah, 23.074 million is the official calculation that we'd get for a fixed fee for Carney Chukwuemeka. So definitely see that deal be complete in the next 2 days, I'd assume. So we'll wait for the here we go. Definitely expect it to come at any point for the both of them. Anselmino, again, straight loan. Chukwuemeka on a permanent deal for around 20 million pounds with add-ons included and a sell-on clause. But moving on to the big exclusive of the night. This happened around an hour ago. Fabrizio with the exclusive says that Roma asked for Tyrique George deal conditions after initial contact revealed in July. He's one of the options at left winger if Sancho keeps not opening the doors to the move. Chelsea winger on Roma's shortlist, as also RB Leipzig and Premier League clubs are still very keen. So we know many clubs are in for Tyrique George. Obviously, Tyrique George is open to leaving Chelsea because of the game time. So definitely see if he does move somewhere. But it seems like Roma are now in for Tyrique George. We know that they contacted him. They're interested back in July. I think I did post a video on that after the RB Leipzig links did come out. Fabrizio with an exclusive on that as well. He's on the Roma shortlist now, but also Red Bull Leipzig shortlist and Premier League clubs are also in for Tyrique George, so we'll definitely see advances on that. Obviously, pure profit on the books for Chelsea. Obviously, the books look completely fine for Chelsea this summer window. Got so much money out the club. Continuing to get more with Chukwuemeka, gonna continue to get more with Tyrique George. But yeah, it seems like he could be off to Italy for AS Roma because we know that Sancho is not agreeing to the wages that Roma are offering him. He doesn't seem open to the move at all. Um, Roma are definitely trying with Manchester United, but it seems like the situation with Jadon Sancho is not getting resolved. So it seems like they move onto other options, and it seems like that Tyrique George could be that option. We know it's the last week of the transfer window, so they are going to have to do a quick pivot if Sancho does not open that door. And Tyrique George could be that player for them, so we'll definitely see how that deal progresses in the coming days. But yeah, they asked for deal conditions, and Tyrique George is likely to see his way out this summer transfer window, and it seems like it could be to Italy now instead of Germany. But yeah, that was the last talking point of the day. Let me know what y'all think about the Tyrique George situation down in the comments. If you did enjoy this video, please be sure to like, subscribe. Hopefully something you can watch when you wake up to be informed. Obviously, this Tyrique George news broke when most of you are likely asleep. So yeah, if you wake up, see this video, and enjoy it, please be sure to like, subscribe. And as always, it's Repulse, and I'm out. Thanks again for watching. Peace.